I am a little concerned about intellectual atrophy, and I was skeptical of that originally. And I've been in a lot of rooms with the just like cell phones in schools debate, which obviously is polarized. So if you talk to any parent, they'll be like, my kid is addicted to this thing and only consumes video news and all this stuff. I do think to me it's critical thinking as kind of the main metric. And all of the things that LLMs do pretty well, which is like summarize and synthesize, are things that I feel lend themselves to critical thinking. And I feel the pace also of information consumption enabled by AI affects my ability to critically think about everything going on in the world, even as someone who grew up with a decent education. So I think this idea of like over reliance and in certain contexts and what it means to be a critical thinker, I want to parse out like use of ChatGPT to write an essay from just like being glued to a phone and being stimulated all day and consuming things in a different way, which is a whole orthogonal but like related in some way also problem. So I think there's not enough being done on this. I also think it's like really hard to study. And a lot of the companies who are building these things like, well, give us evidence that it leads to intellectual atrophy. And it's like, you're never going to have perfectly conclusive social science evidence on some of these well-being questions or learning questions. So I'm interested in like what would need to convince policymakers or companies that they actually are contributing to this or how they build better systems, because I don't think we're going to have a perfectly conclusive study. So I am worried about critical thinking falling. I think it's already degraded a bit.